We do need backup.
That's your department. Are those?
Yeah.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you very much.
So, since you've stopped shooting, a lot has happened that is reflected in the film a little bit. There's the bombings in Boston and thing. How do you think audiences will react to the idea of the terror subplot in this movie in light of recent events?
I think, unfortunately, it's just the fabric of the reality of the world we're living in today. And in the film, it's not done for any sort of sensationalistic purposes. It's really a part of the storyline. And I think, you know, audiences are discerning and they're able to understand the difference of, you know, between what's happening in the real world and what's a part of the fabric of the fantasy of the movie.
Well, it's very much in the Marvel universe, this story.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering about the big picture.
Yeah, you know, and I'm someone who's not really I'm not an objective observer of it, so it's hard for me to know how to take it. I've known it's been a part of the plot since I read it 3 years ago. So it's like, I wonder how people are taking it too.
Is it 3 years?
Yeah, when you get it and when it happens and when it's out, yeah.
Wow, so much happens in that amount of time. And your part is much different this time. There's a lot more out-of-the-suit action. But I read, and I can't believe that this is true, but the suits are actually made of iron. And they weigh a ton.
Not actual iron. They're made of a very heavy, I think it's a fiberglass composite of something, but it feels like iron. They're very heavy and cumbersome, and you think that with all the technology they have nowadays, they could get that a little better.
Yeah, because you might be making a lot of these. So
yeah, I hope so. It'd be nice.
So tell me a little bit about, does it limit you? How does it affect the performance when you're in this giant suit? Because you're being fed through a tube, I heard.
Well, they're like I'm on. No, the parts that when the suit is used are very specific. They're close-ups. Usually, you're not asked to do a lot. It's just to make sure that you can see the physical nature of what it is. Most of the times it's CGI or it's motion capture, and they're drawn, and we're wearing reference, you know, bands
those
and
things
balls,
with the balls
and things like that. Yeah.
This is a different, I mean, kind of movie than we're kind of used to seeing you in. There's green screens, there's the motion detectors. Do you calibrate your performance differently at all when you're dealing with huge special effects versus when you're working in a smaller film like Trader or something like that? Or how does that work?
I don't know specifically how it happens, how to quantify it, but I know that there is, you know, we understand what's happening when we're in 300 degrees of green screen, and that we really have to trust the technical team and you know, our director to let us know. You know, we're saying, Shane, is this reaction calibrated properly to what we're seeing, because we don't know. So yeah, there's a certain part of it that is just about trust, but ultimately you're still trying to create real moments and truthful moments between the characters, and that's something that's the same no matter what you're doing.
Is it that sort of thing where he says, bring it down 15%? Or that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, and technically, you know, it's going to be higher than that. Your eye line needs to be higher. Oh, you have to make sure that when you look at Robert, although Robert's standing right here next to me, I'm talking to him up there because he's in the suit, and the suit is bigger. So things like that make it a little tricky, and trying to work all of that in is tricky. But it's all a part of creating the grand illusion of Iron Man 3.
Congratulations, and thanks so much.
Thank you.